Making groups of 10. Jolie's brother had 4,572 collector's cards. Jolie helps her brother organize his cards by creating stacks of 10 cards. How many full groups of 10 cards can they make? Let's start by looking at the information that we have in this problem. Jolie has 4,572 collector's cards, or her brother does. And we know that they are trying to place these cards into stacks of 10 cards each. And what we want to know is how many full groups of 10 cards can they make? So to answer this question, let's start with our number, 4,572. We need to break our number down into groups of each value. So let's look at the ones digit. This 2 has a value of 2. And remember, we're making groups of 10. We cannot make any groups of 10 out of this 2. So I'm going to put a 0 here to represent how many groups of 10 we can make. Now let's look at the number 7. This digit has a value of 70. We can make 7 groups of 10 out of 70. This digit right here, this 5, has a value of 500 because it's in the hundreds place. I can make 50 groups of 10 out of 500. And our last digit is 4, and that 4 is in the thousands place, so it has a value of 4,000. And I can make 400 groups of 10 out of 4,000. Now I want to point out, we're making groups of 10, and 10 has 1 0 in it. 2 has no zeros in it and makes no 10s. In 70, if I could take this 0 off, it shows me that I make 7 10s. In 500, if I take that 0 off, I now have 50 10s. And in 4,000, if I take that 0 off, I need 400 10s. And that's kind of a little trick in order to figure out how many 10s each value will make. Now to figure out the total number of groups of 10 cards they can make, now you simply add these numbers together. 400 plus 50 plus 7 is 457. Now before we write out our final answer, that they can make 457 groups of 10, I want to point out another trick. If you look at this original number, 4,572, and we go back through it and say this 2 has a value of 2. It cannot make any 10s, and you take it off. This 7 has a value of 70, and it can make 10s, as well as the 5 and the 4. If you look at this number that's left, notice that it matches our answer. That will work every time. Now that we have our answer, we need to write it out in a complete sentence. They can make 457 complete stacks of 10. And notice I've already put a square around our answer, making our answer stand out in the problem.